Ground Zero, the label of the future, nigga.
With your style of music and coming from Arkansas, you know, I wouldn't even say a comparison, but like, you know, compared to every other artist you hear, you know, it's definitely a difference. It's more so, you know, everybody else on shooting a nigga up or, you know, just,
right.
You know, some of the, you know, like different lifestyle. Would you say this kind of affect, you know, you as an artist coming from Arkansas?
I say for the first thing, I'm an R&B artist, you know, so you ain't got, and it's not like Mo 3, you know, type of music, but I'm just an R&B nigga, you know, so it wouldn't. I don't think it would make sense if I was talking about, you know, shooting niggas up, and it's like I'm on some, you know, dark chords or super melodic shit like R&B chords and shit like that. So, you know, just for me personally, I'm not, you know, one of those niggas that came from that type of shit, you know. So my artistry is just off my influences, like the niggas I listen to straight off growing up, like Usher, you know, Drake. Like Drake is my favorite artist, and yeah. So I say my artistry is just based off my influences, you know, like the people I grew up listening to.
Most definitely. So you mentioned, you know, Drake your favorite artist. Do you feel like he, you know, got a major influence on the way you make music, write music? Or?
Yeah. I say he probably has the biggest influence on me because, I started in the church when I was young. So I say like, if for the people that grew up in the church, they know like everything is very singy. It's very like runs, very extra, you know, in which I can do that, but listening to Drake and his formula, you know, it's easy. If you really tap in and study it, it's easy to see like Drake does none of that. You know, it's straight melody and it's lyrics. You know, it's just finding a way to connect to the women because that's who the majority of his fan base is. So it's like I had to find a way, and my manager did a great job of helping me, you know, figure that out, find that balance. You know, because being a real singer, it's hard sometimes to, you know, not to get in that bag. Like, yeah, I can do that if I want to. Like, I can go toe to toe with the best. But at the same time, it's like I want to know how to be an artist. You know, I want to know how to make records. You know, because at the end of the day, that's what people gonna pick up. They're not gonna pick up the most, you know, singingest nigga that can do the most runs. It's about, can you get in the studio, you know, and make a record type shit. You know, so Drake has that formula. And if you really pay attention, he show you like, no, this is how you do it, nigga. This is the structure of this shit. So I take a lot of time in really studying, you know, the artistry rather than just being a singer. You know, a nigga out here just.
So would you say like just because you got a voice and, you know, you talented,
right,
that's not enough to, you know, get you in the door?
No, it's not enough because I believe God gives everyone a gift. You know, it's a lot of people out here that have gifts, but it's up to us to, you know, develop and grow, you know, because a lot of times it's like basketball. You got a lot of niggas out here that's blessed to be 6'8", 6'9". You know, he give you that in the womb, you know, like this is your genetics, this is your DNA, this is your gift. But at the end of the day, it's like, all right, once I give you that, you know, I'm pushing you out there. You gotta go and be your best self, you know, because at the end of the day, he can't make you do nothing. You know, it's like at the end of the day, God gave me the gift to be, you know, an artist. It's like to be a singer. But it was up to me to, okay, every day, like, how do I become a better version of myself? You know, I'm not going to be a better version of myself if I'm sitting around, I'm kicking it every day, or I'm looking for the next party, you know, type shit. Nah, nigga, I'm locked in. Like, every day I'm trying to figure out, okay, how do I tap into that next bag of, like, okay, take it from being a singer to being, okay, niggas look at me as an artist, you know. And I think I've done that. But I think I barely accomplished anything. You know, I don't look at I smell the flowers, but you know, nigga, I got a long way to go. So I still look at the my artistry just as like shit.
You had, you know, you shit, nobody watching. Like,
yeah,
you know, right.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Like, and you gotta find a way to have that mentality, bro. Because it's easy to get caught up in, like,
in the moment.
Yeah,
you know,
man.
There's society, what's going on, like,
yeah,
settling, comfort. So like, would you say most people lack that. You know, you can be, like you said, you can be talented, all that in the world, but it's like once you feel like you're talented, it gives you it boosts your ego to a point to where you feel like somebody owe you something. Like, you know, like I don't have to put in the work type shit.
Hell yeah. Especially being in Arkansas. Yeah, especially being in Arkansas, growing up in Arkansas, because we don't have a lot. You know, like we don't have a lot. So I feel like when you get a little fame here, it's like, you know, it's like, oh shit, like the whole city know me. You know, but moving to Atlanta, you get there and nobody know you. Because there's a lot of niggas that can do this exact thing you do, you know? But you got to find a way to separate yourself. And that's why it's like you get out there, it's like you thrown out to the wolves. You know, because everybody out there got it. And you can be the young nigga like, oh yeah, Qiuntellii, that's the young nigga, he hard. You get to Atlanta, it's like, oh, it's 10 young niggas out here. But what's different about you? So now you got to go back in, okay, I gotta add some. I gotta add something to my package. Like I gotta add some, or I gotta keep developing. I gotta get better. Like my pen gotta get stronger. I gotta be able to vocal produce. I gotta be able to, you know, like what's different about me? What's the aesthetic?
Set you apart?
Yeah, you know. So I definitely say, once again, like I think that the Atlanta move played a big part.
You know what led up to that? Like, you know, to the point that they had you to the point to where like, okay, I reached my full potential here in Arkansas. It's time for me to, you know, expand. It's time for me to go do something different. Like, what led you to that?
Man, I just think, like, when I came off the 4, bruh, that was my junior year of high school. I came back to Arkansas and I did my senior year of high school at Conway. And, bro, I just felt weird. I felt really, like, stagnant, you know? Like, sitting in the classroom like that whole year and not being able to get to where I needed to be as far as, like, those rooms, because you know how the industry work. Niggas is not calling like, oh bro, we got a session with Breezy right now, like, or Friday, pull up, and it's Tuesday. Niggas like, oh bro, we got a session with Breezy right now, bro. Where you at? 30 minutes, I need you to pull up. You know, so like stuff like that would have me like, damn bro, like I gotta get out. And man, like a year in, niggas is writing with For Chris and, you know, placement with Rodney Jerkins and Justin Bieber and like. But those are the rooms that moving to Atlanta allowed me to get in, you know, in which I feel like eventually Arkansas can create that, you know, that type of, you know, atmosphere. But it'd have to be, you know, you got to go out to come back in, you know.
So do you honestly see the state, you know, opening up more and, you know, these opportunities present itself here in Arkansas?
Yeah, I feel like a lot of people, of course it starts with the artistry. You know, it starts with the art. Like once you pop yourself out, yourself off as an artist, then it's easier because it's like people will respect that more. You know, you go get big positions, whether it's some type of, because eventually I want to own a label. You know, once you start getting those executive positions, or even if you become one of the biggest artists in the world, you know, people will listen to you more. You know, so it's easy to say, hey bro, come to Arkansas and I'm finna set up this camp for, you know, artists, or I'm finna set up this showcase, or I'm finna set up this, man, we finna do a writing camp, you know, so, and we gonna place all these records on Bieber and Drake, and, you know, it's easier to do that when you have some type of credibility, you know, so that's why I say you gotta go out to come back in, because,
you know, like growing up though, we didn't have these platforms, we didn't have these outlets, so, you know, that kind of just had to be within you, like the killer instinct for you to want more. Facts. And, you know, like, how does that make you feel as an artist, knowing that you getting off your ass and you chasing your dreams, making it happen, versus, you know, other people who just sitting around doing the same thing, and then it's just like once they see what worked for you and they could have been doing the same thing, it's like they start to hate and like envy come. Like how, you know, explain to me, how is that, like, you know, why is it that way?
Man, I say for me, man, you just gotta want it. You just gotta want it, man, because it's easy. Like, you can wake up tomorrow and say, I'm gonna go get it. I'm just go to school, you know, and I know if I do 4 years, I can go get me a job making at least $40,000, you know. And that's if you want that, you know. No knock to the people that work in 9 to 5, because I have a high respect level for them, you know. But I think at the end of the day, being an artist or being in the industry, it's a no guarantee. You know, like every day you wake up, there's nothing certain about this. Until you get to a certain level in your career, when you grinding, there's no certainty. You know, like you can't wake up and say, I know for a fact on Friday I gotta check it. It's like, all right, if I get up on Monday, I gotta go get it. I gotta go find it. You know, I gotta go engineer it for the producers. I gotta make these beats. I gotta sell it. I gotta place these tracks. Like, if you're not doing that, and then it's not gonna happen. And then on the other end, for like people in Arkansas, like, I just feel like you gotta get to a point to where you're not scared to get out. You're not scared to get out, man. Because I feel like, you know, growing up in a small town, it's easy to be discouraged. You know, because you see what people say about these big cities, and it's like, oh, you know, like, I'm leaving my circle. You know, because Arkansas is not big. It's like, it's slick like a big family. If you really look at it, like, everybody know everybody, you know, type shit. But when you have that courage to get out, bruh, it really come down to one thing. It's really how bad you want it, bro. Like, that really what it come down. And I feel like everybody's journey is different. You know, people can hate when they see you, you know, getting some type of success, but shit, like, my journey is not your journey. You know, like, we could end up at the same destination, but I might have to climb 10 flights of stairs and fall, and, you feel me, walk on some crutches for a minute, and then get my legs back and break an ankle, and then I get there, and then yours could be walk straight in. You know, it happened like that, you know. But, you know, for the people that hate because of your journey, shit, you got to figure out what yours is, man. You got to figure out what your journey is.